I'm working in the back corner of the room with my back to the wall. It was as if something or someone was standing behind me and blew across my neck and into my ear very, very firmly, very strong. My name's Randolph Bronk. I've got a history of working in many different places here at Offutt. One of the most unique was in Building 41, the old hospital here in the base.
My name's Donna Rush, and I've worked on Offutt many years in many different buildings. For about 9 years, I worked in Building 41, the old base hospital. It was nice. It was a small office, just me and one other girl. And she had said, you know, this place is haunted, so don't ever stay by yourself. So being that I'm in budget, we have to work through 30 September up till midnight or 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning until all the money is dropped and spent. So I was there, and everyone leaves the building. I'm the only one in that entire building. Everything's dark, but my one little cubicle office. I went to the ladies' room. When I was walking back into my door, I looked down the hallway, and even though it's really dark, like really dark in the building, the exit signs are enough to where you can see all the way to the end. And I saw this figure come out of one of the end doorways, and it looked like a youth-sized person, like a 10-year-old or 9-year-old, and they had on kind of big baggy shorts and a shirt, kind of like almost like a night shirt. It looked like they walked from that doorway across the hall to the other doorway, and I was staring at it, and I'm like, I kind of blinked and looked back, and the same figure came from the doorway they had just walked into. Those doors are locked and closed, so I don't know how they were going in and out. It really scared me. I went back into my office, I closed the door, and I just sat there and waited until they said that I could go home. I left that office. I didn't even look down the hallway at all because kind of freaked me out a little bit.
I was working an evening shift, a mid-shift, and working by myself on a weekend. Normally during the shift, just to keep yourself awake and keep yourself busy, we would do security walkthroughs. And we would walk through, just check doors in the offices and the lights and make sure everything was tight. On this evening though, I got in a little before 11, and about 11:30 I went and made some coffee and did a walk through the building, and there were lights on and whatnot, but I just made sure everything was tight and secure, doors locked. Turned most of the lights off in the hallways and headed back to the office. About 2 hours later, I got up to take care of a few things and decided to do another walkthrough. When I walked out into the hallway, immediately you could see all the lights were on in the hallway. And as I walked down the hallway past the elevators into the junction point to the front of the building, looking left to right, you could see all the lights on in the hallway, and not only that, most of the office doors in that floor were open. So the doors were actually locked still, but the doors had been opened. The only way to do that is from the inside of the room. It was a game. If I would walk through the hallways and just talk as I'm talking now, it was quiet. But if I didn't say anything and didn't pay attention or didn't give any attention, that's when the activity actually peaked. People never really die. Some folks aren't done with the adventure.